Child, it's your favorite attorney Ali Booker. You know what time it is. Time for order in the court. You write me, okay? I bring it to the court of my public opinion, and I let you know exactly how I feel about this situation that you are putting on my desk, honey. Okay? Now, we're not going to call this legal advice because, I don't represent you, but I'm going to let you know something. Everybody knows me. I got a big mouth. I'm going to tell it like it is. If it's against myself, I'm going to tell it like it is. I don't got time to lie. You got to change the lie. You got to keep up with the lie. I'm just a pretty much real, straightforward individual, and I shoot from the hip. So let's go without further ado. Let's get this court in session. In the state of Texas, can a landlord contact my employer and discuss late rent or eviction? Simmer down out there in the gallery. Simmer down. I know people got a lot of nerve, don't they? Let's hear what they got to say. My husband had a stroke at the start of 2022. He's no longer able to work. I work more than full time, and I have been struggling. Rent is so high, girl, for everybody, and more than I can afford now that my husband's income is gone. But it would be way too expensive for me to move, especially with no moving help. I've fallen behind on my rent. My landlord is threatening to contact my employer and discuss me being late with him. This scares me to death. If I lose my job, I am really in trouble. What do I do, baby? Come to the court of my public opinion, baby. Let me tell you something, baby. You better send a cease and desist to that landlord. Landlord, I don't know what in the hell makes you think that this is good practices, but you can get that ass sued. And if and when you get sued, you are going to owe this lady so much money that she's going to be able to buy the place and property that she is currently in and not have to move at all. Now, landlords, they get a little ugly sometimes, and they like to do ugly things. But they have no right to contact your employer unless you tell them to. There have been times in the past where my employees have asked that their landlord contact me just to prove that they are getting a check in a certain amount so that they can pay their rent if they're late. I don't ever have a problem with confirming that. If my employee comes to me and says, hey, so-and-so is going to call you, do you mind speaking to them and letting them know that you're paying me on Friday in this amount so that they can feel comfortable with knowing that I'm going to have their rent? Yeah, I'll talk to them about that. Why? Because you asked me to. But they have no right to call my office and ask me a damn thing about you. They would not be calling otherwise. And you have to make sure that this man doesn't do that. And if he does do that, ma'am, and you do lose your job, let me tell you something. You are going to be in the money. We're in the money. We're in the money. And see, the thing about landlords is we know they have money because they have property. And we can get a judgment against them, put that lien on their property, and they will be crying, boo-hoo-hoo, and you'll be laughing, hee-hee-hee, all the way to the bank. So, ma'am, let him try it. He is going to mess around, and he is about to find out, girl. You're going to have to move nowhere because you're about to own the place. Next case.
I think it's time I made that call. I'm locked up and facing charges. Who gon' fight these cases for me? I called Booker Law Firm. They got the job done. They were right there for me.
For more information, contact the Booker Law Firm at 713-292-2225.